Community. Thank you, Meditation Magic team. So you are doing like an amazing job of spreading like Patriji's vision of Dhyana Jagat, Shakahara Jagat, and Pyramid Jagat. And eventually, like we are all aiming towards Ahimsa Yuta Bhumata Sakshatkaram through um, all Patriji's principles. Friends, as Kalpana introduced me, I'm Malleswari from Iowa. So my journey started in 2020 during COVID, like before COVID. So this meditation came into my life naturally during I was a devotee of Shirdi Baba. So during the temple inauguration in Iowa, I asked a question to Baba. I read a couple of times the Sacharitra. So there was a concept called Atmagnanam. What is that meaning? I really wanted to know. And as soon as I asked the question, in a couple of minutes, my eyes were closed for 2 hours. I I was able to sense his presence and the energy. Since then, after I come back home, without any effort, whenever I search through YouTube, the meditation things were coming up, popping up. I don't know Patriji. I never met him before until now, like in my physical life. I was admiring, seeing, just observing Ānāpānasati, meaning like observing their own breath. People are having like much of the benefits. So I shall appreciate and take a moment to shower gratitude for PMC. So I was a huge fan of PMC Telugu during COVID time. So that was a passion right after work, completing like a household things. Like my day was like listening to people's experience. I listened like for a couple of months, different aspects of what is this meditation. Being a scientist, I wanted to understand what is the core principle behind. Why is like a meditation is just observing their own breath is curing the diseases? What's the the science behind it? So that was my urge. So I listened like at least like 4 months, 4 to 5 experiences per day. Repetitively I listened. I just wanted to feel that and make that each and every cell of my body receive that wisdom. Then I, because being a scientist, like the scientific quest was answered through Dr. GK sir's case studies. Being a medical doctor, the way of spiritual tablets is treating people for various illnesses through a simple like meditation capsules, and also observing their thoughts, changing their feelings and emotions. So these are all like made me inspire. Okay, then I have heard enough, I have seen enough. So now it's time for me to experiment. I wanted to have my own experiences. Then I started. So during that period, I was having like a 10 years of seasonal allergy. I was like all entire fall season was very serious for me. I had to be on pills, nasal drops, eye drops, whatnot. And then okay, Dhyanam Sarvaroga Nivarini. I wanted to see, and during that time, I have seen like a spiritual. Um, there was some video clippings saying okay, what happens when you receive the cosmic energy during the meditation? How does it goes into our? Until then, I don't know that we will have like 7 bodies, this many chakras. So I haven't had any of those knowledge. So while I listen to those videos, I understand like the science behind. Oh, during meditation, there is an enormous amount of cosmic energy. What we are receiving through sleep during night, meditation is nothing but like conscious sleep. Like when I do meditation, I'm conscious enough, but the thing is like I get into the state where like the cosmic energy get through like into my body when I reach to less number of thoughts or between thought to thought. So that gave me like um, very impressive seeing. Then I started observing what is that energy flow. I wanted to observe that whatever the concept I listened, I wanted to experience that. Okay, when I have the thoughts, how is my meditation experience? When I don't have thoughts, how is the energy flowing into my body? So there, like I have seen the energy would flow, and it cleanses like all your neurological system. Like some says like 272,000 neurons. Like where are they resided? Then I realized that okay, they are in the emotional body. So like one by one concept I was understanding and experiencing, and okay, to see the result like in couple of months, I was like out of medication for my decade suffering of the seasonal allergy. So next year in the fall 2022, like I did not take any pill since 2022 fall. So this is like my third year in a row or fourth year this fall is going to be. So that gave me a proof that Dhyanamu Sarvaroga Nivarini. So, and then the second experiment I have done was I was having like some rashes in my body. Okay, that is a one more opportunity for me to utilize meditation energy. How, like each time I'm experimenting, I was witnessing that how the energy is flowing into my body. Where I have some kind of issue, so how is it flowing and cleansing? So those are the minute type things. Like I'm whatever I see in the subject, so I was experimenting on myself. So that's how I cured a couple of my health issues. So since then I'm totally like out of medication. So that is my experience. And the second thing is like okay, for meditation, so being a vegetarian is very important. So that is one of the core principle. The initial thought is like the scientific quest. I wanted to understand why one is like ahimsa yuta. Like that is the food is like with himsa. So that part is convinced to me. So the other part is like what would be the difference like rajoguna and satoguna. I wanted to see the difference of eating plant based food versus the meat or the animal based food. So I was a non-vegetarian since childhood. So after a year of meditation, I wanted to see the difference of my meditation when I eat meat or like heavy meal versus like the plant-based meal. So I put myself in a set of experimental phases like a 21 day in periods. So I noticed the difference is the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings are entirely transformed or different when I take the plant-based food. How was like previously the sections when I did like with the when I took the meat, so my emotions were like strong. I was more into reacting mode, like fight mode, and I was in the defensive mode. When I changed to like in the plant-based diet, so my thoughts were like different, my feelings were different, and my words and my actions. So in four aspects I have seen the difference. So since then like okay, it's not only like a himsa, like the food is with himsa, the other thing is like my emotions, feelings, actions, like my words. So it is all like my entire thing is changing. So that's motivated me to quit meat and continue the plant based food. Along with me, like entire my family, my in-laws, my parents, all my extended family are also like slowly they themselves are experimenting and transforming. So this is another thing. And the third thing is like the pyramid energy. So I also did the experiments with pyramids. Like I take pyramids and do like charging the water, and that is the water I send kids like to school, and that is the water like we drink, and the food and the workplaces. So things are all like miraculously the taste, quality, and the integrity is changing. So, like whatever the subject or the content, I listen. I wanted to experiment. So, how much more time I have, ma'am?
We have time, ma'am. We
Okay.
20 more
Yeah,
minutes are there.
please do let me. Okay. So each concept, I started experimenting because I wanted to have my personal experience, and also like I listen till date, though it has been 5 years. Till date, I listen at least like one or two meditation experiences. So because like there is much more wisdom is there, like, and the more my most favorite book to read is Dhyana Jagat book. Like I subscribe like many Dhyana Jagat books back in India, and every year, like end of the year, my family would post me, like if it is like a 2025 January, they would post me all 2024 books. So by the time I read, like they will be done and they will be shipping to me. Like that, like we send it to the libraries back home. So my favorite book, that's where I learn most of the wisdom. And also I wanted to say another experience. Dhyanam Sarvaroga Nivarani is done, and Dhyanam Sankalpa Siddhidayani. So like we can manifest things through Dhyanam. So I experimented on that. Is I manifested my dream job. Being an agriculture scientist, I was in R&D for a decade. So a universe has given me a gift. Like I took a break from the employment. So I wanted to see, like during that time, I heard Patriji's Sahasam video. So there was a concept saying that why don't you cross out your comfort zone? Why you want to be in the same place, same thing? When will you do? When will you do like out of your comfort zone? I thought, okay, maybe this may be the time for me, since though I have an agriculture PhD, okay, I was there as an R&D scientist. So why can't I try in a different domain? So that's where I started learning data science. So I had a master's in data science, and then I worked for as a data scientist for 6 months or 7 months. Then I felt okay, it's good for me, and then I learned data engineering, and then DevOps. So okay, during that time there was a session from Dhuji from Germany. um, no, there was a master from Bangalore. Like they said, like okay, we can talk to the angels, and we can do like some kind of you can manifest certain things. I said like okay, let me manifest a dream job, because I don't know what it is, a combination of that. But I put like okay, so and so and so combination, I wanted to have so and so salary, these things. So I made a letter to Archangel Metatron, and then I totally forgot about it. So then after a span of, I took literally a break, like because I wanted to understand myself. Who am I? What were my feelings? What were my thoughts? So that is the period, like that break has given me much more time to travel within myself. So I was doing like 4 hours, 5 hours of meditation per day while taking care of kids, and doing all the household things, while also like parallelly preparing for the next role. So during that time, like I put thought that this is entirely a new subject, new domain. I'm experimenting. I wanted to read only one time. I want to like get the subject or the content uh, from a less expensive course. because I don't want to offer like too much on a course, because some of the friends shared like there is a $20,000 course from US. I said like no, the universe would be sending me towards me some less expensive thing. So those things were all rolling out to me through while I'm like after meditation, like some kind of intuition or some kind through some YouTube way. So that's how I was able to complete the whatever the needed courses, and in a span of some time. So I got an interview that miraculously happened, and it is all done, and I all negotiated, everything was done, and I signed I signed the job. After a day, I totally forgot about the letter which I wrote like 6 7 months or a year back. The day next day when I signed, my daughter, like when she was doing meditation, that time was Madhuji session, Madhuji from Germany. Like she was sharing like some kind of her picture where she asked us to do the meditation. During that time, my daughter felt Archangel Michael with her. She shared the experience in the session. That's where I remember, like, oh, I have written a letter, and then I went and checked in my shelf. So that was exactly the same amount of salary which I wrote in the letter was the one which I signed. So before I was taking the final offer, I did like 2 3 rounds of negotiation. The first negotiation I did meditation and then ask more. That was the message. Okay, then I did one more, ask more. So the final amount I signed was the same amounts I saw in the letter. So this is an extraordinary example I had, like I can manifest things. So I experiment many of these. So lately, like we are teaching and we are doing a manifestation workshop in Iowa. So we are helping people. It is like you create your own reality. So that is another big understanding. So each of these concepts I'm understanding, exploring, and experimenting, and sharing my wisdom, knowledge. And lately, like I'm helping all the teenagers in Iowa, because they are like our next generation, to carry this meditation into the community. So we are helping kids. So any questions, ma'am, or any particular subject or any particular thing you wanted to
Yeah,
me to
so
elaborate? I can.
it's very inspirational. So I'm like listening to your experiences, ma'am. So that's the reason I'm like I was just listening. Very inspirational. You have done all the experiments, what we have learned, like each and everything. You were taking care of your health first, and then taking care of how you recovered your health issues, how you recovered your um, how you want to manifest what kind of job you want, how much salary you want, that whole manifestation happen. So um, that's really interesting the way how your daughter got the intuition about the angel and you then realized that's how the things work. I heard from so many masters experiences too. That's really wonderful that I'm hearing from you too today. Um, but I was trying to understand, like when you said you um, came into the meditation through the PMC channels, was it like any health issue which caused you to come into the, because that is the first thing which everybody asks, like how did you come into the meditation? What was the reason behind it? Is it some kind
So
of
my journey was so smooth. Like now, like once a while, I look back and see what was that seed. Like what made me to get in. Like there isn't much. It just naturally happened to me that I did not. I wasn't looking for, and I did not explore any other meditation path. Like this is the only one, I explored, and only one I totally, completely trusted. And I also wanted to share one big experience, another big experience. I never met Patriji before. So, like in 2022, right? We had a Dhyana Mahachakram in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
2023.
23.
Three. Okay. After Dhyana Mahachakram, I came back home, I think in a week or two. Balakrishna sir conducted like Seth workshop in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So initially they said it is only in person, but it is back to back. I couldn't go. In the last minute, someone texted me that they are opening Zoom session too. So I felt it's so fortunate. So it was total 2 days, like full day workshops, Saturday and Sunday. Since Monday is working day, they kept like only evening meditation, 2 hours of meditation. So Saturday and Sunday full, I was in the session. And in Monday evening, while I was sitting, this is my same spot where I do meditation at home. So there was a Dhyana Jagat book with me. On that book, Patriji picture was there. I joined the session couple minutes early. I was looking at the book and look at him and asked, "Who are you? Why am I connected with you so much? What is there? Like, how am I connected with you? Like, what? Why am I so attracted to this mission?" Because I never heard before, and I wasn't looking for it. It naturally happened to me. My profession was different. So why am I coming here? Why am I doing so many experiments? Whatever the subject, whatever the word coming from you, why am I experimenting? And then in a minute or so, my eyes were closed in complete trance, and all of a sudden there was a gaseous pressure was coming to my nose, and as if that anesthesia type of thing is giving to me. I said, "Okay, masters, I'm surrendering. I'm accepting whatever the process is happening. I know there may be a processing, something good is going to happen to me, but I wanted to know what is it happening." And that process was happening, ma'am, all 2 hours of the entire session, while live session is
Wow.
happening from Balakrishna sir. And there was something happening here. I thought like, okay, some Vishuddha cleaning may be happening. But the thing is, it's painful. Whenever I say, Masters, I'm feeling pain, it is stopping. The process is stopping. And then as soon as I swallow, and then I take few breaths and I say like ready, then immediately the process is starting. Whenever I say pain, it is stopping. Whenever I say I'm ready, it is happening. So
Wow.
after 2 hours, Balakrishna sir asked, "Can some of you share? Anyone wanted to share experience?" I raised my hand. I said, like, "Sir, it's so much paining. Can you please help me doing meditation?" And then sir connected me in a different line, myself and Srujana ma'am, and then realized that masters were doing an surgery for me for my cancer treatment. Though the physical doctors haven't like noticed, or I wasn't diagnosed for it.
Wow. That's
So
wonderful.
I heard the 2 days before, like the day Saturday and Sunday, I heard all this astral surgeries workshop. That was that. And then it happened to me within the session that I did not ask for it. I did not manifest it for it, or I did not even know it.
Wow.
So these are all the miraculous things happened in my life.
That's so beautiful. That's so great that you have experienced those kind of astral surgery.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great,
So I
ma'am.
have many experiences that I had to witness, and then I strongly believe in, and then that's where like I strongly advocating for this, knowingly or unknowingly, though you ask or not you ask. When you do your sadhana, when you do, once you feel that manasa vacha karmana, once you feel that is a valuable and it gives you immense joy, And that's where like you have the thirst of spreading it, sharing it to the community, and you wanted to see everyone have that joy and that compassion. I think masters are taking care of you naturally. You don't need to ask for it. So that's what is my whole years of experiment and experiences.
Awesome. There is one question for you, ma'am. Can you please
Yes.
elaborate your angels experience?
So angels, Priyanka ma'am from Bangalore, like one day, like ma'am shared one experience, that similar experience what she did with the angels experiment regarding manifestation for her health issue or relationship issue. So the same concept while she is sharing, like it was a workshop. So I fortunately happened to be there in that session. So I understand the concept saying that okay, each of us, while we are taking the birth on this planet Earth, so we will have a guardian angels. So two angels with us all the time, and also many more angels would be there. So during that session, ma'am explained like Archangel Michael can help us guarding, and Archangel Metatron can help us like if you wanted to manifest some things. Okay, I heard this concept. It is interesting, but I wanted to do an experiment. I wanted to see like what that means, like how I can do all those things, whatever ma'am said, like okay, I wanted to experiment and experience it. So that's where I experimented, ma'am. And regarding my daughter, while Madhuji's session was happening, I think during her guidance, she asked to invite like your angel of interest. So my daughter, like she is like the at that time she was 11. Now she is 13. So she felt like Archangel Michael's presence, like as like it was all zoomed out, and she was under his protection. And since then she's been very confident of talking about the meditation and sharing it to anybody. And I think maybe previously she may have some kind of glitch of fear, so that is gone now. So these are a couple different experiences, ma'am. I mean, there may
Thank you, ma'am.
be enormous wisdom around angels, but my experiment is around this.
Really great, ma'am. That's good. The whole family is meditator family. That's awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing, ma'am. Any other questions anyone wants to ask Master before?
And also, ma'am, we experimented this meditation because we ourselves have had a bliss of it. Like kids, we experimented on our kids, and adults like myself, my spouse, uh, and now we wanted to experiment with my in-laws. Like it is like they wanted to see the doctor very often.
Mhm.
So we took a break, 6 months break in US. We both stopped working, and then we went to India. We wanted to give them the permanent solution rather
Mm.
than just like a medical treatments back and forth, back and forth. So we went there and we got a pyramid to home, and we experimented with them. And in 6 months, my father-in-law was better with his heart issue, and my mother-in-law with her knee issue. And okay, they are fine. But if we go back, can't we do something else to this entire village? So then, okay, we stopped there, and then we did 41-day session and one more 41-day session. And we have seen the results with the people that our aunt has, like she had a sleeping issue and she was on pills for so long. So after 10, 11 days of meditation without the medic, like a pill,
Medicine.
she was sleeping like a baby. So couple of experiences we heard, okay, what else we can do. So then we thought, okay, if we leave, how are these people will be doing meditation together? Okay, then we thought, okay, let's form a center So the meditation center. So we established a meditation center back in the home, that is near to like in our place, in my husband's place. So every day, like around 20-25 people will be coming, since it's been, I think, a year and a half. So every day meditation is happening there in the village too. So that said, what why I shared this experience is, so this meditation, this simple meditation, is for everyone who has breath on this planet Earth. This could be for children, this could be for us, for adults, and even for like old age people too. So this is for everyone. One simple common tool everyone can have in their basket is meditation, and that too this simple Ānāpānasati meditation.
Really great that great to hear from you, ma'am, saying within 3-4 years you have changed yourself, you changed your family, you've changed your in-laws and your parents and the village itself. That's really great to hear from you, ma'am. That's really great. Awesome, awesome.
So many more things yet to do.
You will achieve everything, ma'am, for sure. As you are explaining the achievements have you how you have gone through, there is a lot more to do, and you'll be achieving all those things. Anyone else have any
To
other
listen
last?
all these experiences, wanted to listen all these experiences from people now. I'm done.
Yes.
So I wanted to hear from everyone who comes to the sessions. I wanted to see their bliss, their joy. Eventually, that will be our joy.
Yeah, exactly. If anybody wants to share their experience with us, please. Even that is also fine. Not only questions, it's anything.
So that is what is a dhyana prachara. When we